Hola guys, long time no see. Welcome back to YouTube area from Bella. Yeah, I'm still traveling around the world and I'm currently in London, but it's my last day, so I want to see as much of London as possible. And how can you do that best? You walking through it. But you walking enormous much through London. So I'm gonna attempt to walk 100,000 steps today through London. And yeah, I take you with me. We have currently 4:20. Actually, I wanted to start right now to be at sunrise time at the Big Ben, but I'm kind of scared to go out right now because it's so dark. And then I'm in Kensington right now, and I'm in an area where it's like kind of sketchy, so I don't want to go out now. So I'll wait until like 5:15, then I'm gonna start. This is my fit. Yeah, I have these shoes. But I'm gonna pack also my other ones, like close ones. Also bad thing, my my power bank is not working. I don't know how I'm doing that. Of course I would take my charger with me and I'm probably gonna go in a cafe in between and charge my phone. That's all I take with me. I don't know if I can make it to 100,000 steps, but we're gonna try it, we're gonna see it, and yeah. Okay, so I decided I make my first steps in here because I'm currently having an Airbnb, which is amazing. Because before I was a month in Barcelona in a hostel, and Barcelona is a very social city and I needed some calming down. So yeah, I'm in an Airbnb and I'm gonna do my first steps in here. I have a step count of 574? Yeah, I think 574. So not much, and it's getting kind of brighter, so I'm gonna go out now. And then we get it 100,000 steps. I don't know if I have seriously, I never done anything like this. Also, I don't have a watch, so I'm gonna track with my phone. I hope that's alright for you because I know it's not like exactly, but whatever, I just do that because I'm bored and I want to see as much from London as possible. So I never done like anything near these steps count. Like I think the most steps I had were like 45,000, so that's not even half of it. So let's go, let's get it started. First station is Hyde Park. I'm in Edgware Road, I don't know, but let's go to Hyde Park. I still managed to catch a glimpse of the sunrise. Somewhere along the way, I became a sunrise kind of person. I've learned that taking care of myself goes far beyond eating well or staying active. It's about looking after my mind too. And I have found that nothing recharges me quite like being outside, with nowhere to be but in a moment. I know probably lots of people will not understand why I love that, but for me there's nothing better than walking through a city or wherever, walking through new places, having music in my ears and just, I don't know, daydreaming, exploring, seeing all of this. It's amazing, I love it, and London is great, and especially now, like no one is here. Like if you're in whatever city, I can always recommend go out for sunrise. Wake up early, I know, it's hard, probably. It's amazing, I love it. We finally made it to Hyde Park and every time I'm here it reminds me a little of New York. There's just something about the wide open paths, the energy and all the green spaces that feels so much like Central Park. Well, usually green. Right now it's actually looking pretty dry because of the recent heat wave. One thing I absolutely love is the squirrels. I'm sorry for the pronunciation, I'm German, I can't pronounce that. They are everywhere and I genuinely think they're so cute. Hyde Park is also massive, which is one of the reasons it becomes one of my favorite places in London. As soon as the city wakes up, the park fills with runners. I think I just spotted one. So now my plan is going through the whole Hyde Park and then going to Wellington Arch. I don't know what this is, but my route says let's go there. And I also need to find a toilet. That's very urgent. So probably I'm gonna sit down in here somewhere because there are no people. And I need to go so badly. This is exactly why I love getting up early. There's something so peaceful about having the park almost to yourself, watching the city slowly wake up while the morning sun lights up everything around you. It just feels so calm. I need to change my shoes because I noticed this will be so hard if I continue with these. And look at the scenery, it's so beautiful. And there's the sunrise right now. And there's so many birds. It's so beautiful. Go out in nature, guys. Go out in nature. There's no one here. Right. Shoes. Sacred. Moments like this remind me that the world has never been rushing us. Only we have. Maybe life feels a little more beautiful when we slow down enough to notice the sunrise, listen to the birds, or smile at a tiny squirrel. I'm sorry, this word is driving me crazy. Anyways, it's always the smallest moments that end up meaning the most. By the time I reached Wellington Arch, the sun was finally climbing higher. With the Green Park glowing in the background, it was one of the views that makes you stop for a second and simply take it all in. To be honest, Wellington Arch itself wasn't the most impressive part for me. But the morning sun shining through with a red London bus passing by somehow created one of my favorite views of the day. I walked through the Green Park to get to the famous Buckingham Palace. To be honest, it's usually not one of my favorite spots because it's always packed with tourists. But short after 6 a.m, it felt like a completely different place. I had the whole square almost to myself and the rising sun turned the palace this beautiful golden color. You could even see the London Eye perfectly in the distance without crowds of people getting in the way. Next up is Big Ben. That's what I love about London. In the morning, it's so empty, like no one's here. I love it, but we have one problem. I need to go to the toilet and I don't find one, like seriously. I need an open toilet. I sneaked in a Pret manager because normally you need to buy something to get the code to get in the toilet. But some nice customer gave me the code, so I was like, amazing, so I found a toilet. Yes. I'm usually not someone who's easily impressed by architecture, but London somehow gets me every single time. Everywhere you look, there's something that makes you stop and stare. Big Ben makes me stare every single time. There's something about this whole area that feels so elegant, but in a cool, timeless kind of way. Even this famous red phone box where people usually line up for photos was completely empty just before 7 a.m. That's exactly why this has become one of my favorite sunrise spots in London. The soft morning light, Big Ben in the background and almost no crowds, it doesn't get much better than that. I finally made it to River Thames with this incredible view of the London Eye. Next up, I'm crossing the Westminster Bridge to explore South Bank. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods to walk through, especially this early in the morning. One thing I didn't expect to find in London was Uber, for boats. A lot of people use the Uber boat to get around the city, and it's actually a much cheaper way to enjoy a boat ride along the Thames. It's especially popular around sunset time. I haven't tried it myself yet, but London is the first place where I've ever seen Uber on the water. I always love walking on this side of the river so much more than Westminster. It feels calmer, less crowded, and you get some of the best views. I'm doing a little break now because I have my first 10k steps. We have 7:15 a.m. I don't know if the time is good or not or whatever, but I just love being outside, walking around, seeing everything. And I love this place here so much. Like, I was walking a lot of times here. It's like right to the Thames. Like, I would say this side is not so touristy than the other side. Of course, here gets also full and whatever. But yeah, I like this side. It's South Bank, Greenwich side, not Westminster. The morning sun just hits differently. I love slowing down and soaking it all in before the city gets busy. It's funny how a place as fast-paced as London can feel so peaceful at this time of the day. I think that's exactly why I love the vibe here so much. My next stop was Tate Modern, one of London's most famous museums for modern and contemporary art. But I'm a little too broke to be buying tickets right now, so we're sticking to the free activity today, collecting more steps and admiring from the outside. Next, I crossed the Millennium Bridge. From here, you get such a great view back over to Tate Modern. I'm heading again to the other side of the river to visit St. Paul's Cathedral, which you can already see waiting in the distance. And New York vibes again. Seeing a photo shoot happening right here on the bridge instantly reminded me of Manhattan. Maybe that's why this part of London feels so familiar to me. I absolutely love this walk. Having St. Paul's Cathedral right in front of me the whole way made the view feel so special. So we're in the bank now. I don't know if the name is because there are so many banks here, but this is definitely the financial district. Very busy, but there are a lot of cool cafe chains, stores, unique cafes. And we're going now to the Leadenhall Market, I think. I think Leadenhall Market was still closed because everything looked pretty quiet. From what I know, it's filled with lots of independent cafes, restaurants and little shops. But honestly, I didn't mind at all, because just a few minutes later, near the Tower of London, I came across two really cute vans selling fancy coffee, drinks and breakfast. I finally made it to the Tower of London, although I'm filming from a little further away because there were already way too many tourists in front. And I have to admit, I had absolutely no idea what the Tower of London actually looked like. For some reason, I was expecting one massive tower, so this might be the one London landmark that didn't quite live up to what I had imagined. But if you turn around and see this, the Tower Bridge, completely exceed every expectation I had. I genuinely couldn't stop looking at it. There's something so magical about this bridge. The details, the colors, how elegant and almost royal it feels. It's an impressive piece of architecture and easily one of the most beautiful things I've seen in London. After just 15 minutes of walking, I made it to Wapping and I honestly couldn't believe how peaceful it felt. It's so quiet yet absolutely gorgeous and somehow only a short walk away from all the crowds and cows around Tower Bridge. And this is me telling you I hit 20k steps, except my audio decided not to join us. The more I walked through Wapping, the more I fell in love with how peaceful it felt. It's crazy to think that just a few minutes away, you're right in the middle of busy, fast-paced London, because here it almost feels like a tiny little village of its own. I think my favorite part is that you're still right next to the Thames, so every now and then you can catch these incredible views of the city across the water. It feels like you're still part of London, but somehow tucked away from all the noise. A quiet little pocket of peace in the middle of such a huge city. Not long after, we made it to Canary Wharf, and suddenly we were right back in a much busier side of London. My very first thought was Toronto. Something about the modern skyline and the whole atmosphere instantly reminded me of it. I actually really like the balance here. Sleek cafes and restaurants mixed between all these massive office buildings. And somehow, despite being surrounded by skyscrapers, everything still feels incredibly clean, bright, open and surprisingly inviting. And the funny thing is, this place is literally called Canada Place. Everything here made me feel so nostalgic for my time in Toronto. I really miss it, so I kind of love that London carries this tiny piece of Canada with it. Then I spotted this building, and once again, all I could think about was Toronto. It instantly took me back to staying with my friend and waking up to the most incredible view of the skyline. Honestly, everything around Canary Wharf feels so Toronto-coded to me. The buildings, the glass towers, the whole atmosphere. It's making me way too nostalgic right now. Behind me you see the Greenwich Tunnel. We're going through that, so there's a Thames between. We can go on the water through it and then we go to Greenwich, and in Greenwich I need to find a cafe because I need to charge my phone. And I also just bought a power bank. So, and the good thing I have 2 chargers, so I'm prepared. I just need to find a cafe. So let's go through Greenwich Tunnel. Walking through Greenwich Foot Tunnel, you can definitely tell you're underneath the river because it suddenly gets so much colder. You just can't think too hard about the fact that there's an entire river above your head, because that's when the panic starts. So yeah, I was pretty happy when I finally made it to Greenwich and saw daylight again. Just like that, we made it to Greenwich, and now I'm searching for a cafe because my phone is almost dying. And I'm also dying. We made 30k steps now. And we have 11:30. I don't know if I'm good in that time. I don't think so. But anyways, 30k. After a little walk through Greenwich, I found Ola & Steen, the Scandinavian-style cafe with way too many good-looking pastries to choose from. I ended up getting a roll with tomato, omelette and cheese, plus a mocha. don't judge me, it's my favorite coffee order. I stayed here for about 40 minutes, which was the perfect little reset. I charged my phone, my power bank, and honestly, myself too, before heading back out for more steps. We have 12:45. New energy through food and drink. That was good. 70,000 steps to go. I don't know if I make it. Anyways, we just try our best. Whatever comes out, comes out. I made my way through Greenwich and eventually reached Greenwich Park, which is probably my second favorite park in London. It was actually a little sad seeing how dry everything looked, because I was here just a month ago and the whole park was so green. Anyway, one of the main reasons I love this place is the walk up towards Royal Observatory. It's only about 5 minutes uphill, slightly steep, but completely worth it. Once you reach the top, you get this incredible view across the river towards London's skyline and all the skyscrapers in the distance. And a little tip, if you're looking for a good sunset spot in London, this is definitely one to save. Then it was time to head back through Greenwich Park and unfortunately into the freezing Greenwich Tunnel again. My next stop was London's famous cable car, which apparently has incredible views over the city. I've never actually been on it, but the pictures online are seriously making me question why I haven't. We have 2:30 p.m. and we made it to 40k steps! And right next to the cable car, planes kept flying insanely low overhead, taking off and landing at London City Airport. Right next to the cable car, there was this little water adventure park and swimming area. With all these colorful obstacles, happy kids and cable cars floating in the background, it was such a fun little scene. My original plan was to walk around Victoria Docks, but apparently the universe had other plans because everything was blocked off by construction. So instead, I just sat down for a while and watched the planes fly ridiculously close overhead. So apparently the Victoria Dock is closed, I don't know why, but yeah. And the next stop, oh look, there's a plane coming. The next stop is Queen Elizabeth Park. It's 6 kilometers away, so we have to walk 2 hours. But I almost, look at this. We almost hit 50k steps, which is crazy because I never walked so much in my life, like in one day. That's the most I've ever walked. So I definitely did my own personal record. I'm not sure if I do 100,000 steps today. I'm not sure if I can make it, but definitely the most I've ever walked. I'm absolutely done with my life. I give up. I'm back in my Airbnb. I took the metro back. I was absolutely overestimating myself and underestimating like this whole thing. I stopped at 50k steps. I don't know if you see that, right? I can also make a screenshot in there. 50,000 steps, 34 kilometers. Oh my god, you guys on marathon day. Oh, you even do more. Fuck me. Place me like a loser. Oh my god, I didn't even walk like 10 hours. 560 movement minutes, so it's like 9 hours and 20 minutes, and I burned 3,000 calories. Yeah, but I want to do that again. Maybe when I'm back home in Berlin I can try to do like 55,000 or 60,000 steps. When I'm going to Indonesia, maybe on Lombok, because there I'm staying like 5 days. Maybe I can do 70k, and at some point I will maybe reach 100k, but today, no, I'm feeling like my legs, no, I'm done. But this showed me I really love London. Like all parts I saw today, like it has like such a variety. You can do so many things here. There's so many nice cafes, restaurants, and it really feels like a place I want to live in the future, at least for a bit longer. So I'm gonna take that with me. And it combines so many parts of different cities I really love, like Austin, New York, Toronto. London feels like a good move, but also I have to say I never experienced London on a bad weather day. Like I spent here like I think 3 weeks in total. Oh, I'm not speaking like this the whole time? Even on a bad weather day, like you can do so many things, and I think I really want to go here. I want to move here because I don't want to stay in Germany, but I feel like after, like, I'm traveling now 2 years and 1 month full time, and I feel like I need to settle somewhere, make some money. I mean, I'm making some money, but more money. And then I will see, maybe I'm staying forever here, or maybe I'm not even going to London. I don't know, you know, with me, I'm always changing my mind. Anyways, yeah, that wasn't with the video. Next video will be probably 60k steps in Berlin. Yeah, but until then, peace out.